What's good, y'all? NBA 2K26 is here, and man, I have an unstoppable build. I have been dominating in every aspect, but today we're going to be talking about finishing. We want to talk about getting to the basket, talk about how you can dominate in the paint as well in so many different ways. It's going to be a fun time. I basically have created a monster build, and it doesn't have the craziest stats, but it's definitely reliable and I found the best thresholds. So, but today's video is going to be the tutorial guide for that. Then I'll have deeper dives on other things, specific attributes, and so on. So, I'm going to go ahead and start getting into rundown. If you're watching footage of the first couple games online, basically played my like 20 games in total and got highlights off of those just to showcase what the build's capable of doing on defense, offense, and everything in between. So hopefully you see it and you're like, okay, this is amazing. Let's lock in for the year with my gameplay, my breakdowns, and everything in between. All right. So tutorial guide inbound. Like, subscribe, and comment. Want more? And make sure you likes most of all, so that we can tell YouTube you like the chat, the game content, and build from there, right? So first thing I want to say is yes, animations are important, and this time you can customize and do exactly what you want. I'm going to show you guys my animations and go through all that in a second, but first I wanted to go to the court just to give you the rundown. So first things first, there's plenty of dribble moves and things that you can do. You can use the square button, or of course you can use the right stick. I personally feel like the right stick is the answer. Okay, not want to just sit there and hit square on everything, because sometimes square will give you an animation you don't like. Okay, like that animation right there might get blocked. I did the same one and I did something like this. Oops, excuse me. I did something like this, I get a faster layup. I won't get blocked as fast. So you got to have smarts to be able to practice with the right stick. Before we do the tutorial, practice with the right. Try to shoot with your right hand on this situation. Try to do a floater, right? Like, what is it that you need for the scenario? Maybe you're going to dunk, two-handed dunk, so that it won't get blocked. Guess what? It's all possible with the right stick. So I'm going to show you step by step all of these kind of things. Here we go. So for layups, I can run in and just hit square, give me anything. There are ways to kind of manipulate that with the left stick a little. So if I move towards the left, it'll shoot on the left side. If I move towards the right, it'll shoot on the right side. It's me hitting square, and it's still basically doing what I want, which is dependent on the hand. Even if I did holding the left stick back, it would try to do some of the things that I would want, which is floater, hold the left stick down. So these are the things that you can do, but personally, I don't want to leave it up to chance. So the right stick, I can do the same thing. If I do a layup to the left, my right stick to the left. Same thing with the right. Another one, I missed that one. See? But then if I wanted to do aggressive scoop, okay, this is the important one. Dunk right there, holding turbo for dunk. You can do turbo dunk with square, what you guys are all probably going to be doing, most of the casuals. Hopefully you're not a casual if you're going to turn into a pro. These are what I'm going to get. I might not get the animations I like. Animations that are weaker. Just depending on the game choosing what dunk I do. But if I hold right stick up, two-handed, which is super safe, not flashy, guys, but it's the most effective. If you want to win a game, do that. Now, if I hold the right stick to the right hand dunk, vice versa, if I do it with my left. Okay, so either way, right hand, left hand, two hand. Beautiful thing. Okay. Now the thing is this year they changed dunking and making it so put the stick down, it does a skill dunk. Show you that very quickly. That is a skill dunk. You have to time it just like a jumper. Been in the game for a while, but they changed the buttons so it's only down. So anytime I'm gonna go into the basket, if I hit only down, it'll do, if I'm holding turbo, it'll go for the contact dunk, which is called a skill dunk. And if these are harder to block, that's why you see on all of my gameplay, no matter what, I'm doing contact dunk. I don't recommend that. If you're wide open, just hit square. It's a guaranteed dunk. You don't have to time it or anything. Okay, if I'm gonna hit turbo and just square, I don't have to time it. And all of a sudden, it's a guarantee. But if there's somebody under the rim waiting for me after I break somebody's ankle, I'm going to time it just like that. Holding a right stick down, then timing it. I can't teach you the timing specifically because people will lie to you like, I'm going to show you how to contact dunk. I can teach you how to contact dunk on somebody. I can't teach you how to time it. So the timing is you practicing. And the only thing is it's different delays. For me personally, once I see that it's on the green, I let it go right away. Once I see that it's on the green, boom, I got a perfect one that, see? I've been practicing this, by the way. So I have studied the art of that. Now, the other thing you want to take count is if somebody's right in front of me, next to me, I can't get to the rim. So why am I trying to contact dunk? Another thing is if there's somebody like outside of this line, he's going to most likely contest me and I'm not going to get a dunk. I can get a charge. I can get blocked. I can end up doing a layup and missing everything. So either way, you don't want to do that. Your goal is focus, practice on the contact dunks every single time. And only do them when you know you have an advantage. So if I have the lane, I'm going for it. Somebody's under the rim, if they're standing in here, inside of this restricted line, they're getting dunked on. If they're on my hip and not in front of me, I can still contact dunk and get a good finish. Okay, those are the moments, and you see them in my clips. And I don't want to like toot my own horn about, oh, look at I am doing this. That's not what the case is. If you watch the clips, you'll see that there's always some type of advantage in my highlights for the dunks. Unless they're small, they're no good. You know, and if they're just bad players, they're bad players. There's nothing I can do about that. But as you can see right here, he was to the side of me and behind me somewhat. And look it, I got the dunk pretty easy. I didn't time it perfect, but I had enough green to dunk on somebody. And this is the game that we're playing here. We're trying to break ankles like that, but also get some, this right here is a very aggressive layup. This is the layups that I have, and I'm gonna show them to you, but I'm trying to teach you how to use them. You see, in this scenario, I can probably dunk and maybe get blocked, but with this scoop, with this little layup, normal layup, aggressive, this is a Zion layup. So boom, that guy could not block it. He was there, but he wasn't close enough. Timed it good enough, not perfect. Again, this is the same example. These are the things that you want to do. As you can see right here, this guy's smaller than me, and to the side of me, he wasn't even in front of me. You can see he's behind me. Going to dunk. I got it easy. Even though I timed it okay, I got it easy because he couldn't really guard me. This one, I challenged him. Okay. I know how to time my dunk good enough, brave enough. Damn it. And so this is the example of things that you want to do, you know, when you're talking about finishing, because if you don't have that IQ, no matter how good you time it, you probably will miss. That's just the honest truth. So I'm not saying don't try. I'm telling you, go out there and try. Figure out when is the good time. Don't just rush it and just continue to spam it all the time, because that's what it might look like in my highlights. But I promise you, I'm always looking for the advantage. See right here, wide open lane, easy dunk. It might look like, wow, how did he dunk on them? No, I'm not doing nothing crazy. Getting easy dunks over and over. You can do the same thing too. Look, this one was a tough one. I want to kind of stress that. This one was unnecessary. Being disrespectful. Look at this. He was right there, cooked. That's practice. That's practice. And so you can do it too. Okay. And so another thing that I want to talk about is Each attribute is very important. You see this hop jumper? Each dribble package is very important. When I do the hop, I'm good to go. Got the floaters, I got the euros, the spins, all this stuff. By the way, I'm so off right now. I got all this stuff on the build. Nice little setup, aggressive versions for you to utilize. And mini tutorial of how to use them a little bit. Personally, I use a right stick to do the euro. Hit them with something like this, do a little scoop, things like that. This is a super aggressive play style because I dunk a lot. So I want my layups to also be aggressive. If I can't dunk, fine, let me get a quick scoop. Let me get a quick reverse layup, all of it. Okay? And I'm going to take a second to show you what it is and what it be. It's top secret, man. I could probably just make a video with my animations, but we're going to throw it all in this video right here. So look at the bottom and look at finishes, right? I got a lot of Julius Randle. The reason why his are just efficient and aggressive. His euro, for example, aggressive, and I can dunk off that. So I'm not looking to always do a layup, but I dunk off that. Same thing with the hop jumper, to the basket. If I do a layup, it's good. If not, it's a dunk. I like it the most. Okay. Then when we go into just reverses, check how aggressive Zion is. Banger. Okay. And right here, Lonzo Ball might have some wacky ones, but not for the normal lays. Normal lays are super aggressive. Look at how aggressive he is. Wow. How are you gonna block that? When I do the Euro version, I'm dunking right there instead of that layup. But this one, you can't block. That one, the layup you can block. The finger roll will probably get blocked, but this one is not. So I trigger that one the most because I'm going for dunks. So this is where you guys can put on whoever you feel is aggressive. Main thing. For example, the scoops. Guess who's very aggressive? Well, ain't blocking me. I want to get this off. Whoop. Austin Reeves. So all of that, all of these are important. Same thing with my spin. I wanted something very effective, very efficient, straightforward, right up there. No extra fancy stuff. Some people do weird stuff. In here, I don't know, make a video for the video game. But those are the things that you want. And then of course, if we're going to talk about dunking, and this is somewhat of a master class, so I'm willing to show y'all. I don't put on any off two because I'm trying to do off ones. This is the only one I have outside of the contacts. Then these are the ones so these are all aggressive dunks. Everybody in here is fast, hard, just how she said. So right here, Shea, beautiful, easy. This is one of my favorites of all time, last year and this year, and it's a very low requirement. This is the crazy part. You can get Kevin, that's all you need. Then you got LeBron for his aggressive dunks, Dominique for some of his dominant ones that I like to do off of two. The only off twos that I got most of the part. And then Obi Toppins, super fast and aggressive, athletic. And Jaws, very aggressive for a small guard. Throw that in there, as you can see. That's it. And of course, alley-oops and stuff like that. But this is it for finishing. You're going to be cooking. I guarantee it. How do I know? Because I'm doing it. We're not out here claiming to be the greatest of all time, but we are definitely having the greatest time. So that's the difference. Somebody claims they're the greatest of all time. I'm just having a good old time. I'm cooking. Whether it's dunks, layups, I can't be stopped in that paint. And just so you guys know, if you didn't know, my build isn't some hardcore finisher. It has decent finishing. It has decent, it's a 6'8", an 89 finishing. Okay, so it's not doing an N for layups, only an 80. So this is low. It's not a true finisher, just dominant enough. And it goes hard. This is the whole build. I have the build on the channel. I got the animations for dribbling, dribble tutorial guide, and more. This was more of a finishing guide so that you guys can kind of get a feel for what the game is going to be like. Hopefully it'll inspire you to get your build or whatever playstyle you're going to be playing to the next level and get you started. Okay? That's a full rundown. You got everything you need, my animations, the dunks, dribble package, and some guides. See y'all on that next one. It should be popping up. Again, I have dribble guides. I have so much more on the channel. Hope you enjoy. See you later.